Hi, in today's video we'll be reviewing AirVPN. Now AirVPN is one of those VPNs or virtual private network services that really are dedicated to the cause of internet privacy, internet freedom, and internet security. Now they started off in 2010 by a group of activists, hackivists, and two lawyers that volunteered in helping them out. Uh, they became very known. However, they started off as a completely free service and had to introduce a business side of them, or a paid service into them, just to finance their operations and ensure they continue operating. Now, they have become over the years one of the big names in the VPN industry. This is how their main website looks like. We're on it right now. And as you can see, it's very informative, very professional. Um, it tells you all the features, everything. We'll go through that in a bit. Let's start first by their pricing. Um, if you take a look at their pricing, they have it in three currencies, either euro, dollars, US dollars, or bitcoins, and they do accept Bitcoin payments, yes. Now, I'd like to look at it in dollars. Now, they have starting from 3 days subscription all the way to a 1 year subscription. So that goes 3 days, or 1 month, or 3 month, or 6 month, or a year subscription or annual subscription. Now the 3 days subscription is $1.18. The 1 month subscription is $8.27. The 3 month subscription is $17.71, which means it's about $5.90 per month. 6 month subscription is $35.42, which is about $5.90 a month, and the 1 year subscription is $63.76, and that's about $5.31 a month. Uh, Compared to other VPN providers, they have a pretty impressive pricing. They keep no logs whatsoever. They allow up to 3 simultaneous connections, so you can connect up to 3 devices using the same exact subscription. Uh, they use mostly the protocols that they support are the OpenVPN over SSH and SSL, and UDP and TCP protocols. These are the main protocols that they use. However, they do welcome more protocols, as they have stated here on the website. They use a very high level encryption, 4096-bit RSA keys, and an AES 256-bit encryption to secure their whole network, which is the highest form of encryption available over the counter, or available in the market today. And they support nearly every single device, so Windows, Linux, Mac OS, iOS, Android, and routers, different types of routers. They support. They have configuration files to launch their service through the OpenVPN client. They have a very detailed about us section. If we take a look at it, it tells you everything ever since they started all the way to where they are today. They have a mission statement here, what they're focusing on. They have forums, different forums for different topics, helpful topics, tutorials, all that. Now we are already subscribed to the service, and in today's video we will be trying them out, trying the application out, downloading it, installing it, and trying it out. However, if you're still not subscribed to them, you can just click on create account and just enter your information here, security code and everything, and move on to the payment, the confirmation and the payment process, and you're in. It's very simple. It didn't take us more than 2 minutes to subscribe. Very easy. They're very informative. They have an email. They don't have a chat customer service. They have an email customer service. However, they reply almost instantly. This is basically it. They're based in they started off in the U.S. However, they became extremely known worldwide as service today. Anyways, moving on from there, let's try to download the application and give it a trial. And you create an account, you choose a plan, and then you choose your setup, which is the operating system that you're choosing. Now we are running a Windows 10 operating system, so we're going to choose that. Windows 10, 64-bit, all that. And we click on download. Now we save the file. We do not use cookies to profile or track users. So they don't use cookies on the website. Unlike a lot of other subscribers, unlike a lot of other providers. Now that it's downloaded, let's install it. Pretty standard installing procedure. Just ask me if for administrators permission. I clicked on yes, and you just click on next. I agree. Next. And do not create shortcuts. Install if you want to create shortcuts or not. And complete it. Next. Finish. Okay, now that they're downloaded, let's open them up and check out. Yes. Now this is how their interface looks. Of course, it brought me logged in automatically because we already have an account with them. However, when you finished subscribing for their account, you'll need to log in the application itself. Okay, now here on the first page here, or on the main part here of the application, you can, now the network lock is the kill switch. We've talked about the kill switch before. It's a feature that is included with many VPN applications. This feature, what it does is, if for any reason the VPN connection drops, it shuts down or it locks your internet completely to avoid any leak of information or data. Now you can connect to a recommended server, or you can choose one of the servers from here that you want to connect to. Here's the list of server. You can also click here to pick a country where the server is at and see their status and how many users are on it. The server section, it gives you the exact location of the server and also the speed of the connection between you and the server. Okay, and then the speed here, you can choose the exact timing and test your and see where the speed is at, and the stats, the server name that you're connected to, server latency, all that, the status of your connection itself, the detailed status. Is very informative application so far. The logs of your connection. Let's go back to the overview. Let's try connect to a recommended server. Connected us to the Netherlands. We're going to give it a DNS test here. Actually, we are pretty impressed by the interface. Here it gives you the download speed and the upload speed. And if you want to disconnect or connect, here, this is what it will look like when it's connected. Now let's take a look at the stat after you connected. Here it tells you the server name, the speed, the location, the load, how many users are on that server, the login details, all the information and logs of your. Now these logs are strictly for the user. They do not keep logs of your internet activities or your browsing history at all. Now let's give it a test run. Minimize that. The new tab, dnsleaktest.com. Netherlands, there we are. First good sign. Now let's run a standard test. Perfect, Netherlands. Now let's go back and run an extended test. Now extended tests take a little longer than the standard test because it takes more than one round. It sends off more than one signal to get you a more comprehensive result. Okay, perfect results again, Netherlands. Okay, now let's try to pick a server to connect to. Open the application. Okay, disconnect. Now this time we're gonna choose a server within the US and check the bypassing capabilities. I'm just gonna minimize it here and show you what I mean by bypassing capability. Now, if I open a site that's restricted to the US, such as HBO Go, for example, if I open it, this is the error that's gonna tell me that it's only accessible from within the US. Now, if I close that and try connecting to a server inside the US, servers, and I scroll down to look for a server inside the US. Okay, let's see something. New Jersey, for example. Okay, and yes. And it's connecting. Double click on it's connecting. And we are connected. Okay, now let's minimize it. Open HBO Go. So this is not a good sign. Let's try it again. HBO Go. That's not a good sign. Okay, so bypassing capabilities, not very good. Let's give it a DNS run. Phoenix, United States. DNS looks fine. Usually with other providers, we're able to access HBO Go right away as long as we're connected to a server within the United States. It's giving us good results in the DNS leak. Let's try extended test. To be completely fair, maybe HBO changed their method that they use to track where the user is coming from, kind of like Google does. Google now uses a kind of different method to track your location instead of the IP itself. But we'll give it another try to make sure that we are thorough and fair. Okay, well, so far good results. DNS leak test. Okay, let's give it another try. Close it and open hbogo.com. Still giving us the same error. Okay, let's try something else. So I removed the word geo because it was probably in the history, so it automatically predicted that I wanted to go to the same site, and we're in. So I wasn't fair. It's not AirVPN's fault. It was actually my fault. But we are in. Bypassing capabilities are pretty good. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's close that. Let's take another look around in the client area. Sign in. Write your username. And your password. And sign in. So far, very stable connection. Tells you even here, as soon as you sign in, tells you where you're coming from, everything, and when your subscription expires. Let's go to a client area. Tells you your details, everything you need to know, current session statistics, where you're connected to, and any requests that you sent to the support. Let's take a look at the settings. Okay, so you can allow them to collect history and statistics about your sessions, your connection setting, sessions or not. Okay. Archive. Let's take a look at the archive. So since you've set it to know that they do not keep the statistics history, there's nothing gonna be in the archive. Forwarded ports. More port forwarding. So you can choose which ports you can forward the traffic to different ports. And then here the configuration file generator. You can choose which server you want to get the configuration file to. If you want to connect to the AirVPN without the application itself, so through, for example, the OpenVPN GUI application, this generates the file, the configuration file for you. Let's go to the section after that, speed test. Okay, so they have a speed test on their website. You can start test. Let's give it a try. Of course, now we're not expecting really a high speed since we are connected to a server that's a little farther away from us. There we go. And here are the results so far. The upload speed, the download speed. It's a really great feature actually. Plan and credit, let's take a look at that. So this is your current plan, tells you your current plan, and if you want to extend it, you can get a new plan. Invoices is anything that you made a payment for. So in this, when we contacted AirVPN to review them, they were very helpful. They gave us 3 days, a 3 days trial to try out their services. So we don't have any invoices. But this, if you are on a paid service, this is where your invoices would be. Referrals program. 20% from every purchase made by any other person. So if you refer someone, you get a 20% discount. Support tickets, if you're sending, if you have a problem, or if you need to ask them something, you submit a support ticket. This is where you submit it from. That'll end your message. Forums, we don't need to go through that. Status. So this is the status, the exact status of each and every server they have. Okay, let's check out the application. So this is mostly it in the application itself. Let's disconnect. Okay. Per country servers and the status of the servers. So practically most of the things that are on the site are available. Here is where it recorded the speed, the connection speed of our session and the history of it. Stats. Now since we're not connected, it's going to give us all not connected stats. And the logs, these are the logs of your connection. And like I said, it is strictly for the user. Overall, I give AirVPN so far a 9 out of 10. My only comment would be that they need to support more protocols, and they need to make it easier on the application itself to switch between protocols. If I'm trying to find a server here, I'm trying to connect to a certain protocol, there's no way here that we can connect or we can find the way to connect to a protocol. There's no way to change it here on the application itself. So they have fixed protocols. They need to make it more accessible. If they support other protocols, they need to make that process easier to switch between protocols like other providers. That would be my only comment. However, speed is good. Bypassing capability is good. No DNS leaks whatsoever. We tried 2 servers. They're very informative. Customer service is amazing. However, they don't have a live chat, but that's not a problem at the moment since their emailing service is pretty responsive. Actually, it's very responsive. They replied back to us within less than half an hour. That's pretty much it. Well, thank you for watching.